I have a question. How does it feel now to be back among, you know, a whole different generation that for the first time is going to be experiencing your music tonight? Because I have a lot of young friends in the 30 crowd just coming out for this. Are you excited knowing that this is going to happen? Like, these people are going to be open to the idea that they're going to be enjoying your music? Does that make it exciting for you?
Well, yeah. I mean, well, we should both answer that. I mean, this place meant so much to me, and I lived here basically for the decade. I mean, I never left the island, basically, until 2000.
Right.
And when I came back last year, it had been a while. And so I wanted to play, like, sort of what John was talking about. It was like, I wanted to be Michael Fearman, but expressing Michael Fearman with music from 2009.
Right.
And so, but I did have 2 months to prepare, like finding good stuff. And there is great stuff there.
Yes.
It's not, I mean, it's because you're exposed to whatever one might be exposed to in various clubs, that there are wonderful alternatives. And as far as what we're doing, which is kind of, Robbie and I actually have sort of planned a program which will kind of bridge from the end of the 70s, but basically till like say 2000, just figure kind of a range of they are all violent classics, and I always like the idea of melding age, and this is one thing he taught me years ago. It was like, what cares what year it came out? If it makes sense with the record that comes before it and with the record that comes after it, and it's part of the story
yes.
of the movie.
Absolutely.
It's just a piece of jewelry that you attach to the structure that you're making, which is the night of music or your trip.
In the description, sometimes of Tripping on the Moon, I see the music. I can't really use it in the same. The music of the saint and the new music that inspired it, I think, is the good term. I love when I'm out and a new DJ can seamlessly, like a whole night of new music and mix in like I Feel Love. I mean, these records are 30, 40 years old and they're so modern. So that's, I think, the whole point. It doesn't matter if Robbie and Michael play something from 2009, the fact that it has that sound. That's what we're going for.
Could you each tell us what you consider your most iconic Fire Island dance song?
Isn't it Love Is in the Air?
Yay!
It's not my favorite, but I think it is the most iconic.
I mean, the stock answer, of course, is Jimmy Ruffin, but it was out here, but be that as it may. To me personally, the one that I sort of feel like a tribal connection with everybody dancing is Hot Butterfly.
Yes! That's a good one too.
For me, when I was playing out here, in particular in the Pines, that summer, hands down, it was Stormy Weather.
I also think that the Pavilion lends itself to that, even though they played high energy, but that morning music here was really gorgeous. The sun coming in, the beach, that to me was so beautiful about the Pavilion. Of course, anywhere, the same too, but here particularly, I think it really had its place.
Yeah. Andrew, what's your favorite?
I just asked the question. That's what I used to say on TV also. Jim.
Yeah, I don't really have a question. I just wanted to publicly thank Michael and Robbie because I met my husband right here at the Saint in March of 1988. And in April of at the end of March of 1988 was the Saint final closing party. When it closed, it went from 10 o'clock on Saturday until 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Monday. And we had in-out privileges. You know, we could go to bed, we could come back. I wanted to go on Sunday morning, but he said, no, I want to stay and hear Michael Fearman's set. I said, who? And we stayed, and it was ridiculous. It was incredible. And then we came back, and we came back late Sunday night, and on Monday afternoon, at the end, Robbie played the last set, right? Yeah. And at the end of that set, I think your last two songs were Souvenirs and Hold On to My Love. Am I right? I know the last one was Hold On to My Love. Yeah. But anyway, I have never seen anything like that in my life. I was flabbergasted by the entire thing. I was falling in love, and I was hearing you for the first time in my life. And when you held out your arms and everybody applauded, I thought everybody was going to ship purple Twinkies. I will never forget it as long as I live, and I am so happy you're still here. And thank you, thank you, thank you.
Jimmy Burgess was a very close friend of mine, and I took him to a class and started before he died. And one of the things, in all your modesty and technical jargon, etc., you missed was that Jimmy was an amazing musician. He sang opera, he knew classical music, he knew jazz, and all this concept thing revolves around that. But
without doubt,
the point that's being missed is that you're artists, and you're being too modest about it because you're musical artists. And the artistry, the gift that you have is the thing that we most appreciate, especially this done well at home.
Well, we very much appreciate it. You're absolutely right to mention. You know, Jim Burgess was it. I mean, I think he was the one who really, he understood that bringing the theatrics to a room, and he made me realize the things that could be possible. I mean, all the crazy shit I did at black parties, I never would have, if he hadn't done some of the things that he'd done, I don't think I would have dared go to some of the places that I went. And I mean, he was, you know, I'm not sure if he or Jimmy was the better mixer. They're almost the same. But he was maybe the greatest artist of us all ever, right?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so you're right. Thanks for bringing him up.
But that doesn't diminish your quality.
Well, thanks.
yes, sir.
Well, I acknowledge what you said about Mr. Burgess. I didn't know him, but I think we failed to recognize a DJ that played here probably for 20 years, Kevin Burr. And I'm surprised he wasn't here tonight because I think he really made this place in the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s. I mean, this guy brought out records. The record companies would come to this man.
You're absolutely,
Here first.
right in this room.
Right here.
You're absolutely right.
He wrote a lot of records here.
Good, I'm glad you brought that up.
Recording tonight?
What? I wish I still played vinyl.
Why is that?
Because I find, and you should talk about Serato. I'm going to give the microphone to you. Using vinyl, the tactile ability to use your hands, I think makes a huge difference